In this video, we are going to bust some myths that may be keeping you from one of the best vacations of your life. Myth number one, whitewater rafting is for adrenaline junkies only. You might see the videos on YouTube, you might see extreme all over the place, but that's not 100% of what rafting is all about. There's serenity and a lot of peace and stargazing and nature. You're getting away from civilization and all kinds of things that distract you otherwise, especially in a canyon like this where all your focus is just downstream and what's coming next. There's something about a river that just unwinds your clock. That's why we say it's one of the best vacations. You really unwind. Definitely busted. Whitewater rafting is not just for adrenaline junkies. Myth number two, I'll be sitting on a raft all day long and bored out of my mind, just stuck there. Well, first of all, Tom Sawyer and Huck Finn would throw rocks at you for complaining about being on a raft all day long, but even they had their adventures off the raft. On a typical day in rafting, you will find hikes and excursions off to the side streams, homesteaders' homes and things like that to explore Native American ruins or petroglyphs, hikes to incredible vistas. Definitely that's busted. You will not be just sitting on a raft all day long, stuck there until you get to camp. Myth number three is that rafting trips are just day trips. They're only for one day or a half day, something like that. Back east in the United States, that's pretty much all you're going to find is a day trip. But out west, you have to use multiple days to get through these canyons, and it's a delight. You get to spend that much time going day after day after day with camping in whitewater and hikes and all kinds of stuff in between. So busted, there are multiple day trips that are spectacular and available every summer. Myth number four is that you'll only be eating canned food while on a rafting trip for multiple days. Those days are gone. We have ice, we have steak, chicken, fish, desserts. So we busted that myth 60 years ago. Myth number five is that you have to enjoy camping in order to enjoy a multi-day rafting trip. If you don't like sleeping under the stars, seeing the Milky Way, if you don't like nature and beautiful scenery, if you don't like eating great food in the outdoors with new friends, then maybe you don't like rafting. But who doesn't like those things? And the camping part of things is much easier than you think, especially out here in the dry desert. Camping is a kind of a different experience out here. All you need to bring is your duffel bag, and we provide the sleeping bag, the cots, the tents, the meals, and everything in between. So busted. You don't have to enjoy camping, you just have to be adventurous. Myth number six is that there's no bathroom facilities on a rafting trip. At Western River Expeditions, on these multi-day trips that we do, we have an open air bathroom facility. We have one inside of a tent, and all of them are very private and very secluded. Probably the best experience as far as those things go that you will ever experience anywhere. So busted. There's definitely bathroom facilities that have been tweaked over the years to be just as fine as they can be. Myth number seven is that you have to be a good swimmer in order to go whitewater rafting. Well, the number one rule is wear your life jacket. Number two rule is wear your life jacket. Number three rule is make sure it's tight. So it comes down to your life jacket far more than it comes down to swimming. You don't have to be able to swim the English Channel or be an Olympian, but you do need to be able to make strokes and get yourself either to the boat or to the shore or whatever might happen. Sometimes we do planned swim breaks just to relax and enjoy the river, but those are all optional. And if you do find yourself in the water from slipping off the boat in calm water or in a rapid, the guides are right there to grab you. Your life jacket is right there. Just take a deep breath, get your feet downstream, put your arms out to the side, and have your own little river trip. Not a lot of swimming involved in that, so busted. Myth number eight is that all the best rapids are gone after the spring runoff. In the west, we've got a couple of rivers that are not dammed, and they do have high water in the spring, and the rapids can get big through that time. But to say that all the rapids are gone by midsummer and into the fall is not true. Every rapid has a different level that either makes it bigger or smaller. Sometimes more water can wash out a rapid, so it changes all the time. Also, in the Grand Canyon, for example, there's a dam upstream that regulates the flow pretty well, and it's fairly consistent from April through September. So that's busted too. Myth number 9 is that the quality of your trip depends on the guide and the outfitter. The quality of your experience depends on how well the guides know the lore and the history of the place where you're rafting, and how well your guides will be cooking the meals, how well they'll be intermingling with people. They'll be able to tie a knot, address a certifiable boo-boo that you might have, be able to pontificate on any variety of topics from ancient philosophy to modern astrophysics. Western River Expeditions has a unique hiring philosophy. Individuals are selected by the extraordinary personalities that they have, and then they're trained how to do the river rafting and the guiding part of things. So interpersonal skills are a huge part of the hiring process for a Western River guide. Every guide will have had over 300 hours of training before they ever take a guest down the river. So this myth is actually confirmed. It does matter which guide or outfitter you go with. There's a difference, and we know it. Myth number 10 is that you have to be athletic in order to enjoy a rafting trip. And obviously, if you're athletic, you've got an advantage, but all you have to be able to do on a rafting trip is to be able to get in and out of the raft and climb up maybe a sandy slope to get to your campsite carrying a bag. It doesn't require athleticism. Obviously, the more fit that you are, the more conditioned your knees are for going up and down or being able to navigate uneven terrain that nature provides for us. We need to just be able to be self-aware and know our limitations. There are physical requirements, allergies and things like that you need to consider before you come down on a rafting trip. But athleticism, you don't need to have that in order to enjoy rafting. So that one's busted. Myth number 11 is that you'll miss your electronic devices. In the world that we live in, electronic devices can be very convenient, very helpful. The kids can be entertained at times when they're bored. Down here, your phones become cameras, and the video games go away because there's all kinds of games at camp. The social interactions, skipping a rock, so many things to look at and do that you won't even think about it, and your kids won't either. They'll wonder how they were able to do that for so long. When you get back to civilization and the signal comes in and your phone just starts dinging, you're going to want to throw your phone out the window. But if you allow yourself to come down here and truly detox from those things, a digital detox, and unplug so that you can recharge, there's nothing like it. That's why this is one of the best vacations that you can possibly find, is because you're truly away from those things. You go on a cruise, you go on a beach vacation, you still have that connectivity back home that trickle drains your time and your focus. Down here, you truly maximize your time on vacation. So that is busted. You will not miss your electronic devices. Myth number 12 is that rafting is the same no matter where you go, and even if you repeat the same trip, it's going to be the same as the time before. If you have done 2 river trips, you'll know that they were not the same. Even if you went down the same river, same stretch for the same number of days, every river trip unfolds in a very different way. There's a reason it says expedition on the side of the boat. Western River Expeditions, not Jungle Cruise that's on a cable and it's the same every single time you go. There's a new adventure around every bend. You don't know quite which waterfall you'll be able to go see, which side hike, where you're going to camp, all those things. If you come down on a river trip with us more than once, you'll quickly see that no 2 river trips are alike. So that myth is busted. We hope this video is helpful for you to break down some of the things that may have been keeping you from feeling like you could enjoy a whitewater rafting adventure. Our job is to help you feel comfortable and expand those horizons so that you feel like coming down on a multi-day rafting trip is something that you could do and bring your family. I hope you hit that book button and see you down here on the river.